Greetings all. About 5 days ago, 5 days ago, I saw in the news that Germany and Kenya is working to negotiate a deal where Germany will take 250,000 Kenyans. Initially, I shook my head. I said, there we go again. But it's not again. It's just a continuation of the old selling Africans. There's nothing new about it. The same Germany negotiated a deal with Rwanda to send Arabs and people from other parts of the African continent and what is called the Middle East to Rwanda. They no longer wanted in Germany. First the British did it, and then the Germans are coming in. Sweden is tired of all its West Africans, and the Swedish people are saying, nope. Poland not letting them in. But when I started digging into this deal between Kenya and Germany, like I said, it's the same old selling Africans. And it's the same process. They are taking the most educated at an age when Africans are supposed to be changing the environment of Africa. That 25 to 45, 50 years group, age group of men. Nigeria did it too, you know. And my family, you know, the full of wars, the wars in northern Nigeria, Kano. That's what my family. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. It's not about me. Anyway, selling Africans to Europe instead of keeping them in Africa and training them to build what's needed in Africa. When Chinese want to come and build something in Africa, they have to bring Chinese from China to build it. Isn't this I mean, this. You can't make this stuff up. This is not a science fiction that somebody sat down and wrote. It's reality. So when you left with in Kenya is a class of people who are not prepared to build anything, improve on anything. I'm talking about a large portion now. There'll still be one person who's got a good idea that didn't get that visa to go to Germany. And he struggles and builds it, whether it be an automobile, something that's going to benefit Kenya. And what normally happens with that person is that somebody in Kenya, some wealthy person, either they will take him out and sell that invention, or they'll get somebody to come from Europe and take him out and take the invention, either Europe or America. So Kenya loses any way you look at it. This Africans selling Africans to the rest of the world into slavery is a wicked practice that must end. The funny thing is that the Africans are not talking about it. If you look at all the papers and all the news articles, not one is saying this is a bad practice, it shouldn't be done. But this thing has been going on for thousands of years. The Roman Colosseum, black men traded into Rome, be gladiators, slaves. You know, you didn't get black priests and black apostles in Rome because the Romans invited them in. No, other Africans. I hear people talk about African culture, but they never mention this. See, part of African culture is that you have one person who will work to take care of the family, the whole family. That is brilliant. That's great. If the other people in the family are going to also contribute. But if you are going to sit at home underneath a tree, the bantaba, and wait for your cousin or your uncle in America or France or Germany to send home money so you can eat, what's good about that part of the culture? I've heard stories, from Fuller in West Africa about the wars between the different tribes and the Fuller, and how the Fuller beat them and enslaved them. But this is good. A lot of those people who were defeated in wars ended up in plantations dying in the West. I wonder how many Africans know about what happened to their relatives that went to Portuguese colonies. In Brazil, if the slave master got upset with you, he'd kill you and get another slave. Just like that. Today, Africans are still selling Africa. And nobody shames these leaders. Nobody. The news came out and it was made to appear as though Germany is doing this great favor to Kenya. And Kenya was so happy. Kenyans were so happy to be able to go to Germany. That's how the news presented it. Funny thing about this, that the diaspora is making videos in Kenya and other parts of Africa too. Don't talk about this. You don't talk about it. And you know what happened. But I keep warning you, when your turn comes, what are you going to do? If you had built a community with Africans and showed them that there's a different way, and you gave them your knowledge and they give you their knowledge, and you work together, when things come that are coming, you'll be able to work together stronger. Because now the African will see, wow, what you were saying was really correct. And he'll know you're being truthful to him, you're being honest. And he will sacrifice for you. You better start doing what you're supposed to do. Peace.